know that it's called the bionic, the bomb, the puff, the blow, the black, the herb, the sensei, the chronic, the sweet Mary Jane, ganja, spliff, reefer, the bad, the Buddha, the homegrown, the ill, the Maui Maui, the method, pop, lethal, turbo, Thai, shake, skunk, stress, wacky, weed, blaze, the boot, dime bag, Scooby-Doo, Bob, bogey, backyard boogie.
Yeah!
It's the Cool Nerd Weed Show. That's TS.
And that's Sasha.
And we are live-ish on idobi Radio, as we are every single Monday. We try not to miss too many. There's too much going on in the world for us to miss it. So we are here on this Monday. Find us everywhere. Cool Nerd Weed Show is where to search us, look for us. We love you, idobi, so much. Thank you, idobi, for being our home base for all of these years, many, many years. We've been doing this, and idobi has been right there giving us the permission to act silly and serious and high on every single Monday. So we love you. And did you have any of your cannabis tincture today, TS? I'm judging you a little bit by your eyes, but you know what? I am not one to say, are you high? Do you look high? Because that is what you should not do to somebody who's high.
Yes, I am. I made some of my own tincture, and it's extremely potent. I made it with some 151 rum. It's quite delicious. And
so does it taste like rum?
Yeah, everything cooked down, and it kind of it kind of tastes like bananas Foster to me. It's got like a little banana sweetness on that flavor. Definitely, it definitely tastes like rum.
So you made it with alcohol because it's a tincture, right? Not because you're trying to crossfade.
If you were to drink the amount of like a full shot of this, you would be
you would die. You would be very sick.
You'd be
Don't
very,
do that.
very lit, very relaxed.
We wouldn't even do that.
Cotton mouth. Yeah, it was just dangerous.
Well, I'm really glad that you have another successful baking or cannabis baking endeavor under your belt. I hope to enjoy that when I see you next, because I really liked our butter.
There's a full 2-ounce jar with your name on it.
Sweet, you disappeared. Did you see yourself disappear?
I did.
It was cooler than when I disappeared, though. Is that good? It literally made you evaporate. Sick. Awesome. Well, I'm excited. I really am. I'm excited to try. Jersey weed has been cool. It's been just great to get it, be able to have it. I'm happy with it. There's a lot of multi-state operators here, so I've been getting like whatever you call them, wilds, edibles, caminos are here. Golden State Banana is Garden State Banana here, which you tried and enjoyed too, right? When you were here.
Oh, the flower? Oh, yeah, that was delicious.
Yeah, I got that too. And cookies. I just wound up getting cookies the last time. And this that I'm holding in my hand, it's not a mod. So it's not a mod. It
looks extremely space aged.
It does. And it looks like it's a vape juice mod, which I want to make sure people know that it's not. It is a Mighty Plus from the it's Stortz & Bickel is the official company name, but these are the folks who bring you the Volcano, which is a very, very like sturdy old school vaping device. Before your mama's mama was dabbing, you had the Volcano. If you got High Times magazine delivered to your house, you had a Volcano. If you grew weed, you had a Volcano. Volcanos are for old school weed users. I had one myself when my neighbors were complaining about my weed smoke. I opted to get one. I think it got lost in one of my 800 moves, which is devastating to me. So I asked my mom and my sister to get me a Mighty for my birthday. And they did. And I'm going to try it. And I have Mexican flan in here. So I'm really excited.
So it's
to do
a
this.
little like a single use, single sesh.
I would say, yeah. Wouldn't you call the Volcano a single sesh too?
Well, yeah, I guess you
For
could
me.
do more for sure. You could share that bag, but it could be a single sesh.
Yeah. And you can actually, I don't know if you can for this. You might be able to. I think you can get a bag. I have to double check that though. Some sort of build, and throw like a bag under there.
A little mini bag.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I never had the original Mighty. This can't stand up. I don't think it stands. So, or no, it does. Actually lies. It's this thing that makes it stand. But I don't care if it stands or not. I mean, I don't know. Is it better for it to stand? People complain about that part a lot. They're like, doesn't stand up. And I'm like, I'm sitting on the couch, bruv. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not like always like, this to me is for a road trip or for the beach or for not driving while high. Even though we did a story last week on how it might not be so bad, but we do not recommend it because it's illegal. And but this is good for like a park. You know what I mean? If you're like having a picnic in the park, or if you are, am I driving you crazy because take another tincture? You're like, this is gonna be a long one.
We're gonna dig in for this one.
So I turned it on just now. It's I can't say the time because it's not the time. Right now, it's 31 past whatever hour we're in. So I'm just saying that for posterity so we can see how long it takes to heat up. I think it only takes a minute. So I have it set to 190 Celsius, which is something else in Fahrenheit. Probably off the top of your head. But it's set to Celsius and I haven't changed it. I think you can change it, but I think that's like the recommended combustion.
So you have it set to a relatively low temperature.
Yeah, isn't that what I'm supposed to do?
Yeah, for best flavors.
Oh, there is a boost option too. For
What-
when you're done with it. Oh, I haven't tried that yet. I'm gonna try that.
What did you say your Celsius temperature was?
190. So that's like 360 something or something, right?
374.
But not too far. Okay, so heat it up. It's 1 minute of heat up. Do you hear that?
I do.
Why is it doing that?
My Puffco makes a similar
I've never heard that.
when it heats up.
Is that the heating? Oh my gosh, that's so cool and sciencey. Okay, so look.
Okay.
Okay, so sorry, I'm gonna meet myself.
Yeah, that looked like a nice cloud.
Yes. If you're watching the video, you're seeing me hack up my lungs. But I found that after 7 years of doing the show that it's rude to cough in people's ears. So it's starting today. I'm gonna stop. Oh, you're smoking your Puffco too. Oh, look at me. I have a Puffco. I'm just kidding. I'm happy for you.
Good for you.
Good for you. But I will say, I missed the way. I want to pass it to you. Here you go. I missed the way the Volcano tasted. I love the taste of vaped herb. I really do.
Yeah, a lightly vaped herb. Like you can get a true expression of the smoke, nice terp profile. The effects, it'll last longer.
Mm-hmm.
You can definitely get all of the medicinal goodness out of every bit of your flower.
Yeah, I'm interested to try the boost. When it this is a little tip I'm looking at on a website. It says when it no longer produces vapor, double tap the power button and it'll boost it up to like 10 degrees hotter. Then when you're done with that, it'll boost it all the way up to like 410 to like fucking.
So like cook it.
But think about it. Think about how much I do feel like you leave a lot on the table with the Volcano. Because you're basically like, I mean, you could just throw that, I guess, in like your tincture or something because you like carb lux.
Yeah, definitely decarboxylated. People would cook with the leftover.
Mm-hmm. I used to put it in tea or something. I forgot what I used to do something with it with the Volcano. But so I'm still going off of the same heat up. It should vibrate in a second.
It seems to be working. I believe Sasha's getting a hit right now.
Yeah. I'm muting myself. I took a big hit.
Huge.
You gotta keep going though. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, there's a fire in the hole.
As you say. When you do the Pepto.
Cannonball coming at you.
Okay, so now it's vibrating. That means I think it's about to stop heating.
Okay.
But I'm going to boost it.
You're going for the boost.
I'm going to go for a quick boost. So, and then we're going to talk about important stuff. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. Now it's going up to 205.
It bumps it up another 10 degrees.
Which I think is cool. I like that.
It is.
I had the Volcano that had like the knob. I didn't even have digital.
You had, oh yeah, there's a digital thermometer now. You just had
They're all digital pretty much. I think.
The analog knob. In one of the shops I worked at, and somebody put like a Sharpie mark on where the sweet spot was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of had the same thing. It was like actually oranged out for you, where they suggest you keep your sweet spot, which is very nice of them. Well, I would give this, I don't know, I would give it an A. I was gonna say a B plus because I'm a harsh critic, but I don't know what I'd be complaining about.
How much weed did you actually put in there?
I can show you when it's done. I'll show you the
like
not
bong rip size.
I would say yes, like a full bowl of a bong.
Okay,
not a big one. It's not a lot, but
and you feel satisfied with the amount of smoke that you're getting. You look very happy.
I think that I do. Excuse me. I think that I do. I think I feel satisfied. I think I feel happy. It does. It's very space agey, but it feels very light. So I worry about it because, okay, here's what I compare it to is obviously the only thing I have to compare it to is the dry herb packs. I don't even know what they were called.
Oh, it was the packs. It was
How was it?
For dry herb. It was just a
called
regular
dry
pack.
herb?
Yeah.
It was just packs. Back when it was just packs. And, I don't know, that was like 12 years ago. And I loved it, but it broke so much. It broke so much. I went through like 3 of them. And I just apparently have bad luck, but like, because Puffcos don't work for me either. But, the mouthpiece wouldn't connect. It would blink. It would be a whole thing. Now, that's what I worry about with this. I haven't seen many reviews that say that happens. But I wonder if I've made another error in getting a smaller device because all they do is break anyways. Because, you got to really maintain this shit. So when we're done with the show, I'm going to go and clean it. And then I actually want to get through one battery usage and then I'm going to soak it and all that shit. So, you got to get your extra fucking screens and because this is all just sticky, icky.
Yeah, I think with any device, your cleaning is really important. You have to.
You're really good about cleaning. I am too, but like you're better probably. I'm a little more lazy.
Make sure all the connections, there's not goo in between all the electronic connections. And
I would soak my Puffco like every day. Almost. Still going. Okay.
Still
This was fun.
flavorful?
Yeah. Well,
Is the
don't know what
flavor
I'd-
kind of waning?
weaning. It's kind of waning, but I don't know. I don't really taste a lot of the flavor.
Probably more flavorful on the first hit.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll turn it off. I thought it just turned off on its own, but I'm good, which is something that I don't often say. Okay. And I do feel sufficiently high. It feels like that good, like vaped herb high. I don't know how to explain it. It's different. It hits different.
Oh yeah, it is. It's clean. It's clinical.
Yeah, if you use weed for medicinal purposes and you build up a tolerance, get yourself a Volcano or a good dry herb vape. I mean, this is not a paid ad, but you've heard us talk. If you're an old school nerd, we did talk about them quite a bit. So, yeah, get it for your stoner friend. Her birthday. And now we're going to talk about, okay. So I wanted to do a follow-up first. I wanted to talk about this first. Wait, do I have it?
We salute you, the United States of cannabis, under all 50
No, that's
strains.
not the
one pre-roll, under bomb. It's the cool
No, I think I heard it once. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do the breaking headlines, but this isn't really headlines. You don't get a drop for this. We're just going to go dry. Go dry into it.
Just slide on in dry.
Yeah, no Vaseline. And that's because this is a story that has me stressed. Like, my husband is talking about it. We talked about it last week, the heart thing. I want to focus on the last line. So I'm getting this from KTLA 5. Wow, love you, KTLA. You are everything to me. You said that you got it from your dad on the CNN art, and I think that that's where it's like where it took off was from CNN because it's where we read it. So everybody's worried that heart disease and cannabis are like really like popping. Like if you smoke weed, you have heart disease, you're for sure going to die of some sort of heart reason. They talked to a heart surgeon, right?
Yeah,
Somebody did.
An actual heart surgeon breaks down, this study that's going around. An actual surgeon.
And they said, we said, the need for context and caution is needed to interpret the results. Thanks, heart surgeon. Dr. Karazi.
Dr. Karazi.
Alexandra. Hey, my name is Sasha, which means Alexander. So I'm basically a doctor. And I was right. Exercise caution. We also brought up those things. What about their individual health conditions? What about everything else surrounding everything? She did say that there is and we've always said that, like there may be some sort of correlation, but there may not be causation with weed and all of these horrible things that weed is associated with. So I'm not going to say it's baby in the bathtub, but I am going to say this got a little reefer madnessy very quickly. So it's nice to hear at least a doctor say, yes, smoking is not good for your lungs. Duh. But if you are worried about the cardiovascular risks and stuff, obviously suss out your health, but you're not going to keel over if you smoke weed and your heart and you take medicine for your heart. It is good to exercise caution. And also remember that, like, if you have a heart issue, that this is definitely the group of people who they're speaking to. I think, like, it's just good to hear. And the last line of the article is, will I use this to scare my daughter? Absolutely. And the doctor says that, right? Like, so I don't know. It kind of says it all to me.
It does. It does. Even the doctor who's trying to bring the facts to light on this study about your heart and cannabis is saying that she's going to use it as propaganda to keep the kids in line.
Right, which is pretty funny. But she does say that with her patients, she wants to talk about it. And I do think it's very important that you talk about cannabis with your doctor. I do. I think that, like, it's hard to find a doctor that will listen to you about weed. So maybe look around or talk to your current doctor. I mean, luckily, like, my GP actually is, like, super down. So it's nice to have conversations about it. And also, I need to be honest about what I'm ingesting, that my doctors need to know that. So it's good to be honest with your doctor. If you go to a cardiologist, and be honest, and they will probably tell you, they'll probably talk about this study, and you'll have to make a personal decision. And that is also what she says, is weed is about personalization. It's about you personally doing what you feel is okay for you, And she also acknowledges the benefits for cancer patients that weed provides. So
yeah, that the benefits.
Is that your house?
I think that's you.
Fuck. Let's cut here. The fuck? Is it like my house?
It sounds like a.
Damn, it
sounds like a fucking
like
car alarm.
Car is floating outside my window, and that's. Shut up. This is whack. Can't do anything. Maybe it'll stop. Man, but I live in one of those neighborhoods that, like, something like this can go on all night until the early dawn.
It's probably one of those fucking deer set it off.
For real. The deer, the fucking 8th hornet that is chased down in my. I don't even know what it was, though. Like, my sister said in her house, my mom was like, "Are you bringing them?" I was like, "Don't say that." I was like, "Only Beelzebub brings flies and bees and hornets and stuff. Like, I don't want to be Beelzebub." Like 2 giant things. Jesse was like, I just saw it again. Jesse was like, "I don't even know what that was. It had very big legs." And she was like, "Oh, thank God." She was like, the stinger was very far from its head. So, like, it was like this big and, like, hunched over, and there were 2 of them. And my mom was like she had Charlie in her arms, and then my mom and Sophia were outside in the backyard, and they said that, like, they were playing, and they turned around and looked into the room, and Jesse was, like, up on a like like a stool with a fucking dustbuster. Jesse was like, "I had to put Charlie down. He was crying. I thought about going up with him. I'm strapped on me, but then I was like, that's a horrible idea. What if what if the wasp flies into my face?" And I was like, "No, you did the right thing." It probably looked very funny. But she's brave with she'll just, like, vacuum it right up. I get, like, a ninny with them. I don't like them.
I was watching one of those exterminator people, and they basically had the vacuum.
Right.
They were
Right.
vacuuming up hundreds of them.
I do not like that. I do not. And I'm like, these windows, thank God. Because I was doing my truck and I was like watching it like fucking, it was giving me a fucking seizure. And something was drawing it into the thing. And it was like in between the window panes. And I was like, you can't get in here. And then I was quiet for a minute and I heard like, zzz, 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 and I was like, and it was clearly the bug. And so then it flew away and then it came back. And I was like, are you building a goddamn nest? Like, what do you do? Why are you doing this to me? Go away. Go away. I hate wildlife, bruv. I hate it. I mean, I like it like for a week at a time. But no deer need to be by my car. I live in the city. Like, that shouldn't be happening. It is quite urban. You're better with wildlife than me.
I guess I am.
I don't like it.
I I like to capture bugs.
No, thank you. Well, spiders. Spiders, you can grow a farm in my brain if you want. I love spiders. I will save a spider all day. Bees I will save, but if it's buzzing around me in the wild, I do not like that. But if you're in my house, like if there was a bee right here, I would get it out. I would not kill a bee. For many reasons. But namely, I'm scared, but B, we need bees. And I know we need bees. I don't mind bees. Wasps and hornets are they're not nice. They're mean. And they're mean to me. And my fellow humans. I don't know that we need them. Do we?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think they're just evolutionarily bad. Fucking roaches.
Wasp milk.
What roaches?
Wasp milk. Wasps.
Wasp
Wasp
milk.
honey.
Wasp milk.
Yeah.
No, we do need bees. We need honey. We need fucking all that shit. I know. I told you Michelle was like, with water bugs, she was like, they're just as afraid of you as don't kill them. I was like, absolutely not. No, sir. There will not be a water bug on the loose in my house. Please and thank you. I'm too scared though. I did let the roach go.
Water bugs
Because,
are so big.
They're so big and they're
so big.
They're so big and they're like disgusting. They're gross. They're gross. And they're like, yeah, there was like cockroaches like come indoors because they like want socialization. And I'm like, well, I don't want to talk to them. It's so gross. As I get older, bugs gross me out more and more. I wasn't always like this. I don't know what conditioned me to be so itchy. Look, I'm itching right now. Well, thank God we're privileged enough to not have to think about that. Okay. What were we on about? Let me see where we were.
I mean, it was...
I was babbling, so we can edit it and wrap it up.
It was a good stopping point. I think like right after...
Let me see.
There's like some benefits.
Okay, you... Okay, we said it's funny hearing us hear the thing. Weed is about personalization. You wrap it up because I was babbling so bad. Can you say like one more thing about it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start to record again. Okay, I'm recording again. Weed is about personalization.
in many cases, cannabis benefits outweigh any potential side effects.
In many, many cases. And if it's not for you, bro, we're not judging you. We love you. But let's try to have a level head when it comes to studies like this. And let's do some more research. And there's only one way to do that, and that is rescheduling cannabis or taking it off the schedule list, making cannabis legal. Yay! So as soon as we do that, we'll know we're all going to die of heart attacks, heart disease. Man, you and I, we're getting like so many heart attacks. God forbid. God forbid we're not getting any heart attacks. We're healthy as foxes. Okay, we're going to take a break. Come back. Oh, and talk about good news. We're going to talk about good news. Okay, we'll be right back.
We salute you, the United States of cannabis, under all 50 strains. One pre-roll, under bomb. It's the Cool Nerd Weed Show.
Oh, and we're back.
We're back.
Isn't it like July 4th, like soon?
Yes, next
Friday.
later on this week.
Later on this next week. Yeah, later on this week. Big old 4th of July weekend. There's not many of us who are excited about what's happening in the country, so we'll be protesting in our way. But be safe no matter what you do. And good things somewhat are happening in the United States of cannabis in some places. And Maryland is one of them. I always knew Maryland would do us proud.
Yeah, Maryland, you are really stepping it up. And Governor Wes Moore has pardoned nearly 7,000 more people that were had cannabis convictions on their records. He's
Yay.
already pardoned almost 200,000 people since his last.
Whoa, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a lot of people convicted of cannabis. So,
Oh, that's lovely. See, standing behind what they promise. That is so important when it comes to weed reform, is expunging records and whatnot. Because it is insane to think that in a place where it's legal, you can still have that mark on your record, on your permanent record. So it will all cannabis possession offenses will be removed public view by January 31st, 2026. So sooner rather than later. We love to see it. Really do. I appreciate the speediness. When did it become legal? 2020. When was it there?
when were you not there, but you were in Delaware?
Last year?
Yeah, I think it was last year.
Nice.
But
Well,
it's been a slow rollout, but
it always is.
but
That's
the
always the way.
but the governor's actually been diligently helping to expunge records. So,
And that's like, when you have like the government on your side, it's always good, when you have a fair government who doesn't want to have the war on drugs. I mean, unlike some other lawmen's over where, the lieutenant
the lieutenant governor in
Texas who really hates weed a lot. A whole lot. So it's nice to have a leader who is doing right by their constituents. So thank you, Maryland. And thank you for going forward with the things that you promised you were going to do. And that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Nationwide, we've issued 350,000 marijuana-related pardons and more than 2 million marijuana-related expungements since 2018, which is also a pretty decent accomplishment. There's still too many, but we're getting there. And just know that when you're voting on a bill or some sort of cannabis ballot, that's and this is on this is on like in the list of things that go into law is expunging records. It's very important. Social equity and expunging records is very important. So just know that that's an informed way of thinking things, and it gets results because look at all that now. Look at all those millions of people who can maybe rest a little bit more easy. I mean, the world is crazy, so but at least this doesn't have to be one of the things that bums you out. So good job, Maryland. Keep it up. Oh, and you can go, there's like a whole like website. You can, Normal is the place to go for like how many expungements there have been and stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's nice to see results.
Normal.org. I was reading this article, having this article read to me, and it kept spelling out normal.
Oh, really? And that's funny. Well, that's nice, I guess. Is it
nice
AI? No. It's Siri. Yeah, it's Siri. Oh my God, my husband was talking to ChatGPT, and like I had never had it speak to me. Do you have it speak to you?
No.
Yeah.
No.
He was like, I was like doing my makeup, and I heard him say something into his phone, and it sounded like a Siri command, and then a voice started coming out. I was like, did somebody leave him a voicemail? Like, it sounds so human. It's crazy. She like breathes and everything. And it's like, well, like, it's just, I was like, oh man, we are cooked. But also like when I get high, I think about AI a lot and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
So that's where I come from.
The whole final reckoning, Mission Impossible was about AI.
Oh, yeah. It's on the tip of your mind. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. No spoilers. I'm just kidding. I don't care. Okay,
well, AI is heavily involved,
and maybe and AI. I wonder how AI is going to come into weed, because I wonder if there's a way, or if it is. Kind of can't.
Oh, it's already getting.
Wait, how? What do you mean?
In the people are using it in the cultivations to find problems, just like they're using it and applying it in every other sort of manufacturing, farming.
Well, I guess that's
aspects.
not so bad. It's being used for good. Oh boy. But we're going to take a break. Yes, before we talk about AI anymore, my stoned ass, I also took 20 milligrams. So on top of my mighty hit and my 20 milligrams, I am in no position to be talking about AI, not one. If you want me to make it. We are going to do a huff and puff that I do have to focus on. So we are going to take a break and we'll be right back.
The final huff and puff with TS and Sasha.
If you're watching the video, TS very much needs to do the final huff and puff in real life when we can. We don't do it in the idobi radio studios. We're not monsters, but when we're in the privacy of our own homes, we do it. And also the idobi radio studios has great accommodations for us nerds. So thank you, idobi, and thank you to the world. Okay, so we are doing the final huff and puff. I may be a little high, and well, I have to be high to say the names that I'm about to say, because I really hate saying these people's names. Like saying the name Matt Gaetz, it actually produces a physical reaction in me. I actually feel physically ill. So let's just try to say his name as little as possible. But apparently Matt Gaetz was like on a plane or something, and like somebody was behind him. Go, say it.
Okay, so Matt Gaetz is on a plane, and somebody behind him is taking pictures of what's on his phone, like documents from his phone or his laptop.
which I don't promote, by the way. I mean, look, I do not like Matt Gaetz and his existence, but I don't know, right?
The whole thing's
don't do it.
rather
Or do you feel like
greasy.
you have some sort
really.
of civic duty to see what is on
Maybe
pedophile's phone?
Maybe Matt Gaetz was
Allegedly. Or convicted, I don't know.
It was had Epstein's number right there. He was he had the Epstein file open, and you were going to click photos.
Right.
Instead, you got some conversations
shit about
with his
weed.
mom.
Yeah, some text with his mom who was respect Donald Trump, young man. Ugh, imagine a conversation with Matt Gaetz and his mom.
Mommy.
Ugh. I don't even like to think about his I hate the way he says words. I hate the way he occupies space. But he was talking to his mom, and then he was also looking at some documents that are weird, but they involve weed and our favoritist fucking multi-state operator, Trulieve.
Trulieve rearing
all the way off.
Its ugly head again. The Florida connection of Trulieve and Matt Gaetz coming together. Apparently, on this company's letterhead, it was misspelled Trulieve. Now, all of this is coming from somebody violating Matt Gaetz's privacy and taking photos, screenshots from his laptop while they were on a plane. According to these documents, Gaetz would get $250,000. Certain matters were resolved due to his political connections and finesse.
So nobody knows what it's related to. We don't know if it's related to the scheduling, or if it's about legalization, which he also has been public about. We don't know what is what. I don't know what is going to happen with Donald Trump and it goes back and forth with everything. But we did know that that everybody has a fucking connection to Trulieve in a bad way. So he probably does benefit for weed to become legal, which sucks. It sucks that with weed becoming legal, and this is always the thing that we struggle with, right? We're always just of course we want it to be legal. Of course I would prefer it to have safe access. But if this is the cost that fucking dum-dums can have their dirty fucking molesty hands in it, that makes me bummed. I feel I wish there was more integrity. And not, but you can't if you're gonna decriminalize it or make it legal, because then there's laws around it, and then it opens it up to the government, for better or for worse. You know what I mean?
And the only way to get things to move in your direction, if you're the little guy, you can't do it. But if you're a multi-state operator like Trulieve, you can dump $250,000 into Matt Gaetz's account, and then if you get the results you need, there can be bonuses in the millions of dollars. And that's how these multi-state operators get shit done, get the laws shaped in their way. They make sure that you can't cultivate at home.
Mm-hmm.
And
they don't
all
care
these other
if your records are expunged. They don't care if people who need access to it get access to it. They don't care about veterans. They goddamn don't care about veterans. And they don't care about... They sure as hell don't care about doing the right thing. And they don't care about anything else other than their pockets, really. And these are the wrong hands This is if it gets into the wrong hands. These are the wrong hands. But, and it sucks because Florida, might have to deal with this being their blueprint for legalization, is this fucking True Leave garbage. And that sucks, man. That sucks. And I feel sad. And if you can come to LA, please do. I'll show you what some good weed is. But it remains to be seen what any of this even meant or what's going to happen with weed. Oh, God. I don't know. I have fears. I do. It's very much like you said, I think you said it off the air, but it very much is a sign of what times we're in. It's very much like just yes, if you want to know what it's like living in America right now, especially in weed, just look at Matt Gaetz's fucking emails behind him on a plane or wherever they were, because it is big box companies taking over. What my friends were getting like arrested over, what people use for medicine, stupid shit. Then the government is like, oh yeah, give me the monies when I can control it and make it worse. So that's butts. And we hope that doesn't happen to our industry. We'll be bummed. We'll be right bummed. While I hate him with all my guts, reading other people's texts is not encouraged. But you know what? You did a service. And now we know even more so that True Leave were dirty and in bed with the government and how gross it is. So great.
They are who we thought they were.
Surprise. Big surprise. So we'll end there in this place that we are. Sometimes we have shows on the 4th of July. It falls on a Monday. Not today. But sometimes it does. So you have a fine holiday. Be safe if you are going out there and protesting. We have many guides on what to expect and what to do. So if you are getting out there, get out there and be very careful. And it's also just important to be vigilant, but keep on smoking weed. I think that's the bottom line of this show is smoke weed like every day. And
don't panic.
It's organic.